So we're going to start in standing this morning. So we've got a 30-minute practice, focusing on movement more than stretching. So in the yin classes that I do, they're very heavy, focused on the stretch. And for a morning practice, we're going to see if we can shift the focus a little bit more to actually enjoy moving the body this morning, starting to use the muscles, starting to release any tension or energy. So starting in standing position, feet about hip width distance. If you're on a mat, you can start towards the back of the mat. And then just start to check in with the posture. So look at something directly in front of you. You'll see if you can keep a nice long straight spine at the back of the head. Option to gently push your chin in towards the back of the spine, just so that we can straighten the back of the neck a little bit more. And just let the arms hang either side of the body. And just start to notice if the shoulders can maybe pinch back slightly, taking the shoulder blades together and top the back. And then just start to notice the natural rate of breath. Start to notice any energy that you're holding this morning. Option to set yourself an intention here, class, something that you're working on personally. For the class this morning, I'm focusing on kind of a group mantra to just start the day with a real connection to the movement. Working with the idea that we can move this morning with our body to start with our minds. So that might seem a bit confusing, but hopefully it'll come a little bit more clear as we practice. And then starting to lengthen the inhale and exhale, place one hand on the middle of the chest and one hand on the belly button. And really feeling the feet grounding through the air. See if on the inhale, as you take a breath in, you can lengthen the spine. In through the nose. And then for the first few breaths, just exhale through the mouth. Inhaling through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Seeing if you can use the breath, and depending what kind of energy you've got in the body today, see if you can do the breath with the body, not the mind. So not too forceful, just nice deep breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth, in through the nose, out through the mouth. And then placing both hands down on the belly button this time, starting with an energizing pranayama exercise. So we're going to see if we can exhale out through the nose, through the nose 7 times, but you can pump the stomach at the same time. So gently kind of contracting the stomach and the ab muscles and the diaphragm to push the breath out. So to prepare, we're going to take a deep breath in the nose. Hold the breath at the top, feel the oxygen held in the body, stomach, the lungs, chest. And then open the mouth and really let go of any oxygen in the lungs. Seal down the lips. And then start to pump the breath in the stomach. So pumping the breath out through the nose. Breathing in, contracting in with the stomach. So just for 7 breaths and then release. If you've not got the hang of it, then don't worry, it's quite challenging if you've not done it before. And then take a deep breath in again. And then just let the breath go. Seal the lips shut and see if you can pump the breath through the stomach. So pushing the breath out through the nose, but by contracting the stomach muscles as well. 7 counts and then release. 1 more deep breath. In and out. And then last round of 7 inhalations in and out. Sorry, exhalations through the nose. So, and then release. Gently start to circle the wrists either side of the body. And then you're going to come up onto the tips of the toes. So depending on how your balance is this morning, even if your heels are just very gently off the ground. And we're just going to start with the grounding exercise before we start to flow the body. So making sure the torso is nice and long. Look directly above you, but don't look towards the ground so that you feel nice and balanced. Lift the heels as much as you can, and then you're going to bring the hands to prayer, heart center for your balance. If you prefer, you can put your hands on your hips. See if you can lift the heels a little bit taller towards the sky, really stretching into the calves and the ankles, the front and the back of the feet. And then you're going to start to slam the ankles down towards the ground. So taking it at your own pace, whether you want to go fast or slow, Seeing if you can keep the rest of the body still so the heels are really leading the movement, grounding yourself to the earth by slamming the heels towards the ground. Notice in here if you're holding any tension in the body as you do this. This is a really powerful way to release any tension, even if you don't know where you're holding it. So you can release the hands either side of the body and just let the arms go as well. Really slam them heels. This is going to ground us for our practice so that we feel more present in the body and less in the mind. Remembering to breathe as you do so, in through the nose and out through the nose this time. Notice that the body is starting to come forward. See if you can take the torso back so that you're in a nice straight line. Start to feel the leg muscles starting to form up and activate. 5 more slams towards the ground. Really ground yourself before we start to move. And then when you're ready, gently come to a place of stillness. Close the eyes for a second and you start to notice the energy in the feet. Feel as if your feet are rooted to the ground so much so that they're kind of stuck. And then we're just going to start to keep the feet on the ground with the eyes open and just start to gently take the weight from left to right. So the feet stay where they are, but the body just kind of sways from left to right. So it looks a bit like an optical illusion if you look at look in the camera, but just gently bringing your weight from left to right. Starting to feel the weight go into all 4 corners of the feet. And then when you're ready, if you're at the back of the mat, just gently step towards the middle of the mat, also that you've got enough space behind. And then we're going to start to wake up the legs and start to flow the legs through a few standing poses. So that anytime it gets too much, just take it at your own pace. So all the weight's going to come into the left foot. And then on the inhale, you're going to sweep that right knee in front of you. And then on the exhale, you're going to take that right knee out to the side. Inhale, right knee comes back. Exhale, step that right foot down to the left. Inhale, left knee comes up. On the exhale, take that left knee out to the side, even if it's just a little bit. Inhale, exhale back to center, and then step it down. So again, on the opposite sides, inhale, right knee up. Exhale, right knee to the side. Inhale, right knee in front. Exhale down. So nice and simple movements. But for this morning, that's all we want. We want nice and simple movements from the left to right leg, opening the hip. Continue each side at your own pace, but see if you can connect in with the breath. So the breath moves us as we inhale and exhale left to right. Inhale, knee up. Exhale, gently open. Inhale, knee down. Exhale down. When you finish the left side of one round, then gently coming back to Tadasana. Feet together, knees together, thighs together. Or if you want to, you can gently step the feet about hip width distance if that's a little bit more comfortable. And then again on the inhale, we're going to scoop that right knee in front of us. But this time we're going to take the arms towards the sky. If you're struggling with your balance, you can just point that right foot on the floor. You don't need to lift the toe off the ground if that's not right for you this morning. And then on the exhale, you're going to drop the left hand in front of you and drop the right hand back behind you and look towards the right. Use that left foot, use that grounding you've just created in the right foot to really shoot the energy down towards the earth like a magnet. On the inhale, take the arms up towards the sky and then option to twist the other way. So inhale, exhale as the right arm drops in front of you and left arm drops behind. Inhale, arms up, exhale down. And then just start to slap that right leg. So bringing all the energy back, front of the thigh, the back of the thigh. Really slap it with the palm of the hand. Not so hard that you hate yourself, but just enough that you start to stimulate all the systems of the energy and the muscles and the blood flow around the leg, and then gently back to the other side. On the inhale, we take the left knee in front of us. Again, you can point that left foot if you've not got the balance this morning. Take a deep breath in. Take the arms towards the sky. And then right arm comes in front, left behind. Just twist to the left. So remembering we're moving with the body, not the mind. So if you're starting to think about the pose, try and feel it instead. And then inhale up, option to take the opposite side. Really use that right foot to ground you. If you need to drop the left toe, then do so. And then exhale back. So really starting to connect in with the movement of the body. Feet come together, hands are going to come down towards prayer. And then on the inhale, you're going to gently bounce the knees. And then on the inhale, keep the hands at prayer, but scoop them up towards the sky. And then on the exhale, bring them back down. Gently bounce the knees. On the inhale, reach up towards the sky. Exhale, hands to prayer. And the last one we're going to hold, gently bounce the knees. On the inhale, take the hands towards the sky. Hold the breath, hold the pose, look towards the hands. Imagine someone's pulling the hands towards the sky, but nice and gentle, not too forceful. And then keep the arms where they are, but just exhale the breath. You can interlake the fingers, so you're making like a gun with the first fingers away from the thumb. And then you're just going to gently rock the hands from left to right, so as if you're kind of a ticking clock or a pendulum. Seeing if you can keep the legs nice and heavy here. The arms are just going to start to rock from side to side, feeling a nice gentle stretch into the side body. Again, remembering to feel the pose, not think it. Remembering to breathe as you do this. And then when you're ready, gently back to center. Keep the right arm where it is, but just let the left arm fall down the side of the body. Left hand's going to come to the left side of the thigh. And then on the inhale, you're going to reach up with that right arm. And then on the exhale, you're going to see if you can just gently bend towards the left. So you don't need to move much here, even just a little bit of movement, really connect in with the right side of the body. Keep the armpit showing forward, so don't let that arm come to the face. And then seeing if you can keep that slight torso tilt towards the left. See if you can just circle that right arm down. Keep the body leaning over if that feels nice. And just take some nice big circles with that right arm. Remember, we're not being too forceful, we're just being nice and gentle. And then change the direction of the circles. So really starting to connect into the joints, the socket of the shoulder. And then when you're ready, when that right arm next comes up towards the sky, hold it there. Take the left arm to meet the right. And then let's just tick tock again, just starting to connect back in with the side body. Remembering the breath. And then when you're ready, gently lower that right arm towards the right thigh this time. Left arm comes towards the sky. Reach up with the left hand on the inhale, then on the exhale, just gently bend towards the right. So again, remembering that we're not being too forceful. The shoulder might want to come up and reach. If that feels okay, you can do so. That's a little bit too much pressure on my neck. So I'm just going to drop that left shoulder away from the ear and then see if I can twist a little bit further and make the twist more about the side body and less about the shoulder and the neck, because that doesn't feel right for me, but just checking in with what feels right for you. And then seeing if you can take them circles with the left arm. So nice big circles. Remembering to keep the rest of the body still. So depending on how quick you go, and the torso and the legs might want to come with you. See if you can keep that still and just start to circle the arm and then change the direction when you're ready. Clicks can be quite welcome here as long as there's no pain. And then when you're ready, the left arm and it comes back towards the sky, take the right to meet the left. This time, keep the hands interlinked with the one finger placement towards the sky. And then we're going to come to a halfway lift from here. So on the inhale, take a deep breath in and reach towards the sky. And then on the exhale, keep the arms nice and straight, but just lower them down so that they come in line. If you can, in line with the torso of the body. If that's too much, you can just go a little bit higher. Option to keep the arms there, or option to take the arms behind you. So what we're doing here is the legs are straight as they can be. And we're making like a flat top with our back. Hold here for 2 breaths. One more deep breath. And then gently bending the knees, bring the hands to prayer at heart center, and then gently roll back up to stand. And then gently stepping forward with the right foot this time. Left foot's going to come behind us, and we're going to set up for warrior 1 and then change into warrior 2. So in warrior 1, we want to see if we can take the right foot at a diagonal to the left. So we're not on a tightrope. The feet shouldn't be in line. We want to try and open the hips towards the front. So right foot a little bit more towards the right side of the mat and left towards the left. And then looking down to the left foot, as you look at the left toe is at a bit of an angle, so the ankle is closer to you and the foot is a little bit further away. And then as you come forward with the hips, put your hands on your hips and see if you can place the hips facing forward, so they might want to be facing to the side. Seeing if you can place them forward as much as you can. Option to come back onto that back heel if you want to. So back onto the toes, sorry, lift back heel. Or if you want to, you can lower the back heel. Personal preference for warrior 1. And then inhale, arms go towards the sky. And again, see if you can feel the pose with every part of your body. So we're going to hold here for a few breaths. You're going to bend into that front knee. You're going to reach towards the sky with the arms. And you're going to see if you can really sink down into the hips. Holding here for a breath. Be nice and strong. And then on the next inhale, we're going to open up to warrior two. So the right arm comes down in front of the face, as if you're kind of reaching for something in front of you with the fingers nice and spread. Left arm comes back in the straight line with the right arm, really bend into that front knee. If the back heel was up, you're going to drop that down. And then seeing if you can bend into the front knee, but let the torso stay where it is. So I'll do this from the side so you can see me. So with warrior two, when we're reaching forward with that front arm, the torso is going to want to go with it as well. Seeing if you can reach forward, but keep the torso where it is. So you can even kind of put your hands on each side of the ribs and just kind of bring yourself back so that from the top of the head, the forehead, down to the coccyx is in one straight line. Keeping that, and then seeing if you can bend the knee, but keep the torso where it is. So this is going to fire up the thighs, so just using the breath here. Option to exhale through the nose or the mouth, whichever is best for you. And then let's reverse the warrior. Let's drop that right arm towards the left leg. Let's flip the front palm towards the sky. And then take that front palm towards the sky above the head. Look towards the right hand, back to the right. Hold here and breathe. Option to bend that front knee a little bit more, get a bit more of a deeper stretch into the side body. And then gently wheel them back to warrior two. Straightening the front leg. Taking the right foot in the same direction as the left foot. And then just walking the feet back to meet each other. And then before we do the other side, we're just going to connect back to the breath again. So let's put the hands on the belly button. Or if you prefer, you can put them on the heart space. Close down the eyes and just start to take a deep breath into the nose. When you get to the top of your breath, you're going to hold the breath. We've just moved the body, so that body is going to need a lot of oxygen now. So holding the breath in, letting it get as much as it can from that deep breath. And then when you're ready, open the mouth and sigh it out. Inhaling deeply. Holding the breath in. Keep the eyes closed, relax the forehead, relax the shoulders away from the ears. Hold the breath a little bit longer. This time when you exhale, I want you to let go of any noises, any negative energy or any stress or emotions. Just sigh out all that. Last one, inhaling. Hold the breath at the top. Relax the forehead, relax the eyes. While we're on Zoom at home, this might be the last time, or one of the last times you get to sigh out and make any noises while you're not in a yoga studio. So option to let out a sigh, a scream, whatever you need to on the exhale. And then gently blink the eyes open. And then gently taking the hands to the side of the body, coming in line with your mat so you've got enough space behind. And then option with the legs here. I quite like my legs quite wide because I've got hip issues. But just see what makes you feel nice and balanced. So if you want the feet quite wide, you want to bring them a little bit closer. Making sure that the feet are face forward. So without thinking about it, our toes can actually go out like pigeon toes. They can go in. Just noticing if the feet and the ankles are nice and straight pointed forward. And then we're going to take this nice and slow and gentle, but we're going to remember what we're doing. We're moving the body, not thinking about the pose, but feeling it. So on the inhale, I want you to sweep the hands up towards the sky. And as you do so, you're going to gently bend the knees. And then on the exhale, lower the hands, straighten the legs. So nice and gentle. Inhale, arms go up. Exhale, down. And then we're going to add in a bit of a shake off to the side. So on the inhale, bend the knees, take the arms up towards the sky. And then the exhale this time, you're going to imagine you've got a ball in between your hands. And you're going to throw it to the left side of the hip. Throw it away. And then you're going to come the arms back towards the sky. And then on the exhale, you're going to throw it to the right. And then inhale back up. Exhale, throw it to the left. Inhale back up. Keep the knees bent if you can, but if you need to straighten them, feel free to do so. And just move from left to right at your own pace. So again, seeing if you can feel the pose, so really try and bounce with the knees. Throwing away any tension from the left to the right. And then on the next one, I'm going to hold at the top. So once you've threw that energy to the right side of the body, you're going to come back up with the arms towards the sky. Straighten the legs for a second, just give them a little bit of a break. Take a deep breath in, connect back in with the deep belly breaths. And then see if you can walk the feet a little bit closer than they were before. And then bend in the knees, bringing the hands down to heart center. And see if you can imagine that you're sitting down on an invisible chair behind you, keeping the torso nice and tall. So you're really going to start to wake up the thigh muscles here. And then option to take the the right elbow down towards the left knee, just touching that left knee. And then left elbow to right knee. And then gently back up. And then start to shake off the energy. So start to shake the hands, start to shake the feet. And then just remembering we didn't do the left leg after, we didn't do the other side. Warrior two, did we? That's probably why. So coming back to the left side of the body, the warrior two. So stepping forward with the left foot. Again, setting up in warrior one, option to lift the back heel if you need to. The hips are going to face forward. And the inhale, the arms come towards the sky. And then on the exhale, the left knee bends forward. Option to look towards the hands if that feels right for the neck. Hold here for a deep breath. And then on the exhale, you're going to gently lower that left hand in front of you, right behind you, bend into the knee. And again, notice if the torso is coming away from you. You want a straight line from the top of the head to the base of the spine. Bending in the knee, but keeping the spine straight. Holding here, really starting to activate the core by tucking that tailbone under, which is going to really use the core to hold us nice and stable. And then let's reverse that warrior, dropping the right hand towards the right leg. Flipping the left palm up towards the sky and then reaching up towards the sky with that left hand. Bending that left knee a little bit more if you can, using the breath. Lowering the feet are grounding us through the earth so we're nice and stable. And then gently lowering the left hand to warrior two again, straightening the left leg. Bringing both toes to face the same direction. And then we're just going to walk the feet back in to meet each other. And then this time we're going to step forward with the right foot. And all you're going to do this morning is just lift that right toe. Now that might be enough for you if you've got particularly tight calves or hamstrings. If you want to take it a little bit further, making sure that you're not doing anything too forcefully, then you're going to just gently place your hands on your hips and then gently fold over at the hips. So imagining the spine's nice and long and just folding over. You'll get to a point where the right leg starts to speak to you. Starts to say, oh, that's too tight, that's too tense. Hold there when you get to that point and just breathe. Training our reaction to when things happen, we just pause and we just breathe. We take a moment before we react. And then seeing if you can let the chest fall a little bit further with every exhale. Or if you're upright with the torso, just gently lifting the toes a little bit further. And then gently lowering that right toe towards the ground. And we're going to come straight up onto that right toe. So just kind of massaging into the balls of the feet, seeing if you can just lift the right heel, start to circle the ankle or the knee, just getting a little bit of blood flow back into that right foot. And then changing direction, so changing feet, left foot forward. You don't need to be too far back so that you're in a split, just enough so that when you lift that left toe, you're going to feel something in the back of the leg. Remembering whatever you feel is exactly where your body is today, so try not to force it into places it's not ready to go. And then gently, if you want to, folding over at the hips, making sure the spine stays straight. Finding that point where the body says, oh no, don't like that, back of my leg's a bit tight. Holding there, relaxing the shoulders away from the ears, softening the forehead. The body will naturally tighten up when we're in that place of almost stress because the body is thinking, well, that's too tight. Using the breath to relax the chest a little bit more. Really starting to release that tension so it's not there for when we go about our day. And then gently coming back up and then going right back up onto the left toes again. So again, option to just kind of circle the knee and the ankle if that feels right. Just starting to wake the blood flow back up. And then before we bring the practice to a close, we're going to finish with another grounding exercise again. But before we do that, we're just going to move the body one more time. So coming to a place of standing with the hands either side of the body, palms face towards in front of the body. And then just starting to check in with your intention that you set at the start of class. And just noticing how the energy feels in the body. And if there's a particular part of the body where you feel as if you're holding on to some kind of tension or just generally in the body, there's a little bit of grogginess that you want to get rid of. See if you can breathe it out for the rest of the practice. We've got 5 more minutes. And then on the inhale, you're going to bounce the knees and then gently reach up towards the sky. And then on the exhale, you're going to gently bring the hands down to heart center. And again, inhale, reach up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, hands to heart center. And then this time we're going to lift that right knee towards the in front of you. Options to come to a balance here, which suits you. So you can come to tree, which is going to be the right foot on the left hand, right foot on the left calf, or right foot on the inner left thigh. I would strongly recommend trying to not use something to hold on to, because your body will just need that every time it does it. So even if you start with your right toe on the foot, on the floor, and the right heel on the ankle, just see if you can find your place of balance. Use something to look at. If the body's looking at something, it will be thinking how wobbly we are. And take really deep breaths in. See if you can finish the practice with a balance, whatever stage you're at, feeling completely still with the body and just using the breath. And then wherever you are in tree, releasing that right foot in front of you and just start to kick it out. And then gently changing opposite sides, making sure that the right foot's nice and stable in the ground, making sure that the left toe comes wherever it needs to, so the left toe on the ground with the foot on the right ankle. And then taking it in stages if you feel a bit wobbly. Maybe just starting with the calf, maybe then finishing with the thigh. And using the hands, so the hands can come out either side like levers, like balances. Or maybe they can come to prayer with the head. Wherever you are, just know that's exactly where you need to be. Use the breath, take a deep breath in. As you breathe in deeply, you'll feel the wobbliness just gently stop. And then releasing that left leg in front of you and just start to kick out the left leg again. And then coming back to ground our energy as we seal the practice this morning. We're going to bring our right hand onto our heart space in the middle of the chest. And then the left hand's going to come on top of the belly button. Closing down the eyes. Start to feel the heartbeat under the right hand. Just acknowledge how sometimes it can be challenging to get up, set the alarm early and start the day with movement, especially if the body's feeling a bit lethargic. Starting to notice the energy running around the body as we've moved the body and start to kickstart all the systems in the body that want to feel well, want to feel healed, want to feel energetic. Connecting in with the breath, take a deep breath in through the nose and then out through the mouth. In through the nose, out through the mouth. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Let the breath return to normal. Release the hands either side of the body. Feet are going to come a little bit wider than we started the practice. And then you're going to take the heels off the ground. And then again, you're going to start to slam them to the ground. This time, let the arms really go for it. So just let the arms kind of swing out. Making sure that the whole body is feeling this pose. So kind of let the body be loose. And just slam the heels towards the ground. As if you're trying to shake off any energy like animals do after a fight. They literally shake off the energy. So really taking the heels down towards the ground. Maybe shake the hands out towards the side. 5 more of these. Making sure the torso is nice and tall as we do so. And then when you're ready, gently slow down the movement. Coming back to feet together, knees together, thighs together. Hands are going to go onto the shoulders. So right hand on right shoulder and left on left. And we're going to finish by opening the heart space by releasing the shoulders. So inhale, take the elbows up in front of you. Exhale, take them round. Keep the feet and knees locked as you can, if you can, so that the legs are nice and strong. As you circle the elbows round, it's just the torso that's getting engaged here. And then take the circles in opposite directions, so elbows behind you, back and up. And notice any tension around the shoulders or heart space here. See if you can just gently melt it away with the breath. And then gently, when you're next finished a big circle with the elbows, straighten the arms out like a T, drop the shoulders away from the ears, and then just start to play with the rotation of the hands. So the palms are going to be faced forward, and then you're going to move the whole arm so the palms face behind you. Inhale, palm forward, exhale back. See if you can keep the shoulders dropped away from the ears as you move here. And then when you're ready, one more. And the next time the palms are faced forward, you're going to bring the palms to meet in front of the chest at prayer at heart center. Really use your thumb and get a little bit of pressure into the chest. Give yourself a massive Well done, and gratitude for starting the day with some movement. Seeing if you can check in with if you're feeling the body today rather than thinking about what's happening. Option to bow to the practice that was right for you. Thanking each other for the energy this morning. Namaste. Have an amazing day, everyone. Hope you move well, feel well.